Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 14, blah, 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 blah. Because I didn't write down the name. But it's going to be right when we upload it. We'll have it by then. Anyway, Kenya and Brooklyn. We stop at their house first. They are, I guess, Brooklyn is just getting home from karate, or she about to go. I don't know. She got on her Karate Kid clothes. And so she's putting the moves on Kenya. It's real cute, mommy-daughter moment. Marlo is on the FaceTime with Scott Lee. Candy and Blaze are brushing teeth. And I just want to say, Blaze is the cutest little girl I've ever seen. Next to my little girl, that is. No disrespect to Blaze, but you know, I have a daughter too, and I'm not, we can't do that, you know, so, but anyway, Blaze is adorable though. She's really cute. She's really cute. Like, she has the little face of Candy. It's the smaller version. It's the cutest thing. Like, her little face, her little button nose. I just love it. Anyway, Drew and her sister, they talk mental health. Drew says that her sister's divorce is what caused her mental break. And so, and they said that we're calling it something else now. Is it mental episode, mental mishap? It's something. We now have a politically correct term for a mental health. I mean, a mental break. I mean, ain't that what it is? Anyway, she and her sister are going to host a mental health retreat, and so she's going to invite all the ladies, and she's really, well, I should say, I appreciate the fact that Drew is allowing her sister to share her story and share her truth and what she's been dealing with as far as her mental health goes, because I'm sure there are a number of women watching this show that have either dealt with the same thing, know somebody that is dealing with it right now in the moment. You know, like, it's always good to bring awareness to mental health. So kudos to y'all. Good for y'all. Anyway, Sonya, she and Ross are at the house, and she tell him she been working on something, and she go hand him a folder. He opens it up. Oh my God, it's a positive pregnancy test. So Sonya's pregnant, but you know what? I found out that this particular pregnancy, she ended up miscarrying. So the baby she's having now, this is not the same baby. But I mean, you know, it's unfortunate that she lost a baby, but this is her rainbow baby, and so we are happy, you know, and she is blessed, because I feel like they filmed the reunion, because we saw these reunion looks, and she was still pregnant, so I'm assuming she about to have that baby real soon, if not, you know, already. Anyway, they're pregnant at the moment, and she's excited. He's excited. You know, they gonna call the family together. They get the family together, and, you know, give them the news, because on the back of their shirts it says, well, Sonya this is well thought out. She has thought of everything. Because where did these shirts come from? Ross just found out himself, but she already has shirts prepared. Put this on. We finna go down to the living room and tell mama, daddies, and sister. And so they turn around, and on their backs it says, because she says she does the same ruse. Oh, let me get my folder. I've been doing things. But this time, when her back is turned, it says we're pregnant on the back. I think her sister and dad caught on. Mama was still sitting there like, what's going on? What? What is it? And then we have to break it down for mom. She's excited, and her sister is like, yeah, so we found an apartment. We're leaving. Congratulations. Congrats. This is beautiful. We found an apartment, and mom and dad are going to be in the same complex. Congratulations. I mean, shouldn't nobody feel away? Everybody getting what they wanted, right? Everybody getting what they wanted. Because Sonya be acting like she ain't the one that told them, or like, you know, because you brought this to them, that they that your husband was ready for the space. And so when your family respects the boundary and they go and find their own space, why, girl? Talking about, I'm gonna have to find me a nanny, or it's gonna, yeah, or sit at home and do it yourself, and then get back out there, like every other mom that stays home for a little while and then gets back out there into the workforce. I think that you would have been okay if you did that. I think a lot of women would be okay if they did that. Spend more time with the babies, while they're babies. Don't be so quick to run out there and get a bag. It's going to be there. But them babies ain't going to be babies for long. Like that, it goes so fast. And not to, get on my motherhood soapbox, but I mean, listen, this just my TED Talk, okay? Anyway. No! I'll be back. All right, over there with Drew and Ralph. They are having date night. Ralph can't pretend to like this lady on camera if he tried. It's obvious that that when the cameras are off, they go their separate ways. It's bickering. Like, it's obvious. It is obvious, but we gonna pretend. We gonna pretend for right now. But anyway, they do the small talk, catching up, all that. Drew's balancing a lot. She's acting again. She has, a family life. She's putting out music, so she wants to continue working on an EP. She's doing a lot. And so this mental health retreat that she's doing with her sister is really going to be beneficial for her, because she needs it. She needs it. She needs a little mental health break. Ralph asks if she feels like she's in a stable place to even go, because Ralph's saying she's been around there doing a lot. Ralph says she's been down there breaking down in tears and having little small episodes. Okay, Ralph. And if she is, it's due to the shit you put her through. People that are gaslit, you often do drive them crazy. Because isn't that your whole point in gaslighting somebody? Is to completely, throw them off, like their reality is now questionable. Because you're gaslighting them, and you've done that for a number of years to this lady. And so, yeah, she around there like, what? Am I going crazy? I know. I know I saw what I saw. I know I heard what I heard. All that. But you want to say, yeah, do you think you're stable enough? Stable. He's so ridiculous. Anyway. Drew, she admits that she has those moments where she needs a hug. She said, I have them moments, sometimes, and this is why couples therapy is important. But it ain't helping us, it's helping her, because she going by herself. Ralph say he's gotten it comes to a point, because he done put it in, he gonna take himself out of it, It comes to a point where a person, needs to focus on applying the work. In counseling, it just seems like we are, we're hitting this and that, this topic, that topic, and that's just going to lead us to a divorce. And he said he feels like he hasn't had a blow up or anything like that since he stopped going to therapy. And he tries to string some words together, thinking he's smart. And then he gonna try to mansplain it for her. And she was like, I graduated early. I follow what you're saying. I get what you're putting down. Don't try to play me. Because he gonna say, this is very intellectual what I'm saying. Is it? You can't be with no man that think, when the man that think he the smartest one in the room. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Cooch dry is because no. I don't even understand. What? This is very intellectual. What I'm saying. Is it, Ralph? Actually, it wasn't. You sounded stupid. That's what you sounded like. It wasn't intellectual at all. But okay. Tried to play her like she was dumb. Anyway, she say, I'm not trying to change you. I'm not trying to mother you. You know, listen, I can only worry about me over here in my reality, my world. And you obviously ain't in it. Since you don't want to go to couples therapy, cool. I don't care. She's gonna continue to go. She does feel like though that he should meet her halfway. You know, like you should want to go. Like, I'm not single. And why should I go to couples therapy alone? It's couples therapy. Anyway, she shares that, you know, she's going to need some support because she has the movie coming up. It's going to take, you know, I guess she's going to be away 10 straight days. And so she's going to need him to step up. You know, she got to make sure he okay because she ain't going to be around. And he going to have the nerve to say, well, me either, because I travel. I travel. She like, you need to take a page out of Todd daycare book. Well, he gonna say, well, I ain't Todd, and Todd ain't me. I travel I'm here, there, everywhere. I'm in Vegas. I'm in Tampa. I gotta be back and forth to Tampa. So I ain't gonna be here with the kids either. So what we doing? Drew like, we can work out them details later. we gonna work out them details later, and then he gonna try to get in a pissing match, and you know, with the see, the problem is you getting booked and busy now. I've been booked and busy. I've been working. I've been doing this. I've been out here. This is you new to this, so I guess that means she should stay home and forget about this movie, her future endeavors with the music, whatever. She should just put it all down while you go back and forth to Tampa and Vegas and wherever else the oil lady wants you to go. Production asked Drew if she thinks that Ralph and the oil lady did anything in Vegas. And she says no. Ralph said he want to be the Barack and Obama. Drew like, wait a minute, where Michelle? So again, you thinking about yourself. Because first it was you want to be like Ike and Tina. Now you want to be like Barack and Obama. Then he gonna try to dress it up. You know, she like, nah, see, you be forgetting you got a wife. And see, they like to throw them little digs out there like they're jokes. But no. That's how you feel, Drew. You feel like he doesn't acknowledge the fact that you're even there as a spouse. Like, you might be there as a roommate, you know, as a business partner, but like you don't feel valued in your own in your marriage. You don't feel valued at all. You feel very expendable, and you need to tell that nigga that. Cause I'm tired. Anyway, Kenya, she has Candy over, and Candy and Shamia, they come over to Kenya's house. She's about to put up some drywall. She shares with Candy that she's about to put up some drywall in her new salon suites. And so, go girl, we can't wait to see them. We trying to see the building process too. So take us around there and show us, laying some flooring, some something. We want to see too. Okay. Anyway, like I said, Shamia drops by and, they chat and chew. Kenya has to, first she shares that she wants to have another baby. And they're like, with who? And she want to have another baby with Mark. I don't know why. But, I guess the bottom line is you want your children to have the same mother and father. And that's fine. That is perfectly fine. It's fine. It is not me or it's not for me to fully grasp that or fully wrap my mind around it, because that ain't even my situation. You know, like, I don't that ain't my little red wagon, as my mama would say. That ain't my little red wagon. It ain't got nothing to do with me, you know. And so I'm not finna get too invested in that. It's just that Mark is a piece of shit. And so why do you want to go through this again? With all of this back and forth to the courts over Brooklyn. I don't get it, but I get it. You know, like, does that make sense? Because I get wanting your children to have the same mother and father. I understand that. Sure do. And that's all right, as long as Mark is going to be cool. As long as he gonna co-parent effectively and not be on the bullshit like he's been, then, I mean, why not? You know? Anyway. Surrogacy is the topic of surrogacy is brought up. Shamia had a surrogate. I think that baby has been born by now, but she had a surrogate, the same surrogate that carried Candy's baby. I said, this lady say, get money, bitch. Okay. Anybody else? Who else in your circle want a baby? And it's ready and willing to pay up for the baby. Like, I'm feeling like Portia next. Portia next. Portia gonna use her next. Who else in the crew? Mayetta. She probably, because Mayetta burned her tubes because of that sorry ass Neo. And we're not even gonna get on that. But she might be using her next. The lady, get money. Okay? Get money, lady. I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Can you say she might use her too? You know, she might need to call her up too. Y'all gonna burn that lady out, having all these kids for the Candy Coated crew. Anyway. King is worried about, you know, being jealous and being weird or whatever. Candy say, no, they check you in the hospital as well with the mommy. You know, you have skin to skin time and all of that. Y'all do the bonding as well. Not even as well, because the baby don't need to bond with the surrogate mother. So you need to have that, or should I say they have that time with you have that time with the baby. So Ken, you got some things to think about as far as surrogacy goes. They catch Shamia up on the tea. You know, she asks about Sheree. Like, are y'all cool with Sheree? How y'all doing with Sheree? You know, Sheree and Martell. What y'all think about that? And Kenya says, Martell, speaking of Martell, he done sent folks a cash app for Sheree's birthday dinner. He ain't pay for it. She had it at Nobu. And so, you know what that gives. And I think the bill was, did I write it down? I did. $1,500. Can you say, I spent that today? Because Sonya was talking to Kenya, and Sonya said, you know, because Sonya was telling her this, I guess she got the Cash App request to pay for the dinner. Now Martell. Production asked Sheree, what did he get you for your birthday? She gonna lie, stuttering Stanley. She was lying her ass off. Oh, he got me Alexander McQueen handbag bag. Stop. No, he did it. No, damn well he bought you that. She's talking about, and I was surprised because Martell he doesn't buy the high end expensive stuff. No, because he can't afford it. Whatever, lady. Anyway, Sheree, we see she having her dog Gotti groomed. They're giving him a bath. Martell calls. It's this very late, very cringe, very fake, phony phone conversation like they're a real couple. We're not buying it. We're just not buying it. And that's when she was in that confessional lying about getting the Alexander McQueen bag. She was lying. Moving on, Drew and Candy, you know, they have to work together. They're getting together to do the first table read for the movie. It's been kind of awkward between Drew and Candy, but I mean, Candy says she's gonna move past it. She was hung up on Drew calling her a liar, but she gonna move past it. Drew says production asked if she's gotten a not invitation, apology from Candy, and Drew says she has not. You know, she still hasn't gotten one, but she's made peace with everything. She's ready to move on as well. So they're gonna get on, you know, we're gonna get to work. It's the first table read. Mayetta is also in the movie. She'll be playing an attorney. Now, here's the thing. Hear me out. There are so many talented people out here in Atlanta that I'm sure would have loved to audition for a lot of the roles that just get handpicked for Friends. And I don't know about that. Like, Shamia, I can kind of see being an actor. During the table read, Shamia's first table read, you know, she did a great job. Same with Drew. When Drew is an actress, so automatically I expected her to do well. Mayetta's read, she's an actor. That's just where I'm hung up with it. You know, it's just like, did y'all really just go find your friends? And there were other actors in the room, you know, faces that you may or may not recognize. But still, why y'all ain't just, you know, cast some actors? You know, like, stop. Y'all gonna have to stop hiring your friends that's what I'm driving at. You know, friends that aren't actors, which is why Candy was like, we can't just keep pulling from the friend group. You know, like, it need to be folks that can act. You know, because it'll be given low budget when it's just the whole Housewives of Atlanta in a movie. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't believe that. And I think Cynthia is in it too. So it's like, okay. Now y'all just, it's a struggling actor somewhere that could have, listen, I would have auditioned for the movie. Okay, I would have sent in my audition, sure would have. But where was the casting directors to say, hey, we're casting for this movie? No, y'all just went through your phone and said, call Mayetta. She'll be good for the lawyer. She look like a lawyer. Call Cynthia back and tell her she'll be good for lady at the Starbucks. Call next for the next movie, Todd. Let's really get some actors, you know. Anyway, and I'm just saying this, and I ain't even seen the movie, but I mean, Mayetta just didn't give for me in the table read. You know, it's just like, girl, I know it's just a table read, but I mean, you can make choices. You can make choices. You're supposed to read over it a little bit, you know, get a feel for who the character might be. Let's make some choices right away. Anyway, can y'all tell I've been in acting classes? Anyway, Drew in this mental health retreat, everybody's supposed to wear all white. You know, everybody shows up. It's pleasant. Cynthia is also there. Cynthia says she got a crush on Sheree now. She says Sheree was looking so hot at the birthday dinner. I said, not how hot you look. I was thinking about how hot you looked. Cynthia sounded like such a 90s girl. saying Sheree looked hot. Anyway, Ralph gets there and he and Ross kind of walking at the same time. Drew sees Ross. Well, he's kind of ahead of they walking in at the same time. So we not even gonna break it down like that. But Drew don't greet her husband first. She hugged Ross. Now, Ross is fine. But girl, absolutely not. You don't do that. Your husband is right there. And it'd be one thing if, you know, you and your husband came together or you just saw your husband. But no, She was being petty. And so he decided, ditto. So he goes around the room and hugs everybody, give Courtney a nice long greeting, stand there and talk to her and everything. And everybody else but Drew. Drew's like, hi, husband. Finally they speak and do that back and forth. Oh, well, I mean, you ain't speak to me. Well, I mean. They are both petty as hell. Petty as heck. Anyway, they do the first activity is like a drop it with Drew situation. It's exercise, they're just out there, doing physical movements to the music. Then they do a meditation station. While they're doing the meditation, Sheree's sitting there with her eyes wide open while everybody else is in full meditation. She was sitting there with her eyes wide open like, this reminds me of my trip. It's nice I can be an inspiration. Girl. Girl, ain't nobody copying you. Okay. And even if she is, I feel like this one it was just better. Because your trip, the whole trip was supposed to be a healing trip. Excuse me. And it was not that. It was not that. Drew's friend outside runs into Ralph. Am I the only one that noticed her? And Drew need to watch her too. She's speaking to him. Looking him up and down. You look nice. Hey, baby, you look nice. Oh. No. No. Anyway, Candy, she gets emotional while doing the meditation. She says she really needed to just, clear her head. So she was moved by that. The men are outside, and Mayetta's husband asks, how things are going with the case with Drew and this chef or whatever. And so first, he gonna give him a bit of advice. Y'all hiring everybody. Y'all got everybody in and out your house. Y'all need to stop that. Listen, and that's just coming from your brother. Listen, I'm just looking out for you because I love you. Y'all got to cut that out. Y'all. That's essentially what he said. Okay. And Ralph, he starts, telling the story and what happened. So he says that the lady, when they found her, she brought over her food for them to taste, it's because she was potentially going to cook for them. And so she brought over some samples and all of that. And it was food in it. And see, Ralph and Drew were telling that story that there was there was hair in the food. And so they told her, well, we're not going to be able to, move forward with this. And so she asked, okay, well, what else you got to do? Is there anything else that I can do for you guys? And so they said, well, maybe you can be the nanny. And so then they go and let her come in and nanny. And she ain't really, engaging with the kids. She just came in the house, fixed her plate of food, sat down on the couch and watched some reality TV. And so that didn't work out. And so they had to just, part ways with her. And they did not pay her. And see, in certain situations, well, no, there's no situation where you're going to have anybody do a service for you and you not pay them. Whether you don't like the outcome or not, unless there's somewhere in a policy where it's written that money back guarantee, you need to get them people something for their time, for, their efforts. I don't know what that lady was trying to pull and coming up around your house and not wanting to do anything. As far as her being a nanny is concerned, because she cooked the food, but there was hair in it. I don't know. That whole situation was stupid. Well, not stupid. Let me not say that, but it was just, Drew ain't have to have herself in no situation like that. She's like Mayetta's husband said, she got too many people on the team, in the entourage. It's just too many. She got a lot of assistants. It's a lot of people that work for her. I'm not sure why, a good solid 3 or 4 people can't do the job. She be having about it's somebody new every time we see her. Anyway, she says that the lady sent them an invoice for $1,000, after she wasn't asked to come back. And like I said, Drew is having this conversation as well, while the ladies are having dinner. And she felt like when they were in Portugal, she couldn't really have a vulnerable moment with the ladies, and that's why she kind of got up and ran. And Sheree is asking how things turned out, and did you win? And she says that we see 2 days ago that she was going into court. She had done an interview, but there's no verdict right now, as of now, at least, in the time that they were filming this show. At that time, that they hadn't found a verdict yet. The verdict was going to come down, I guess, in 30 days. And so that's what she was going to find out and receive the verdict. Cynthia, she says she needs an update because she ain't been around, so what's really been going on. Drew shares, everything that Ralph said. Because like I said, they were telling their stories at the same time. Drew says, Drew gonna say the lady first asked for $1,000 and then upped it to $10,000. Everybody like, why are you lying? See, it's stuff like that. Why we don't believe you, Drew. What did it benefit you to lie about that? I'm just not understanding. Oh, it makes you trying not to look bad for not paying that lady just $1,000, because girl, $1,000, you got that. Or do you? I mean, if you don't, whatever. I don't judge people's pockets, but why are you trying to make yourself look better by saying, oh, no, she tried to ask for $10,000 because you don't have $10,000? I mean, because if we talking reality TV star, actor, singer, all of that, you probably should have that lying around as well. So it still don't make you look better. I don't understand why Drew be lying. I don't understand. I really don't. I just don't understand. Anyway, Kenya asked about Sheree's birthday dinner. Sheree said, yeah, I invited friends of 30 years. Candy over there like, 30 years, huh? So how come Courtney got an invitation? And Marlo, oh, okay. I guess you've known them longer than you've known me. Oh, she don't understand how she ain't get invited, okay? She just don't understand. Drew don't either. Drew say, did my invitation get lost or something? Candy say, I wonder if mine did too. I'm just wondering. We just wondering, child. Sheree says, well, Ralph just told me that y'all didn't even go out of town because the baby got sick. So I'm assuming Drew did Drew get an invitation? So it's like she must have, for Sheree to have known a backstory and why you couldn't be there. So again, why you lying? Drew be lying for nothing. Drew, you obviously got an invitation. Drew was like, oh yeah. And Candy, you weren't gonna come no way. You ain't been showing up to none of the group events, so you ain't gonna be showing up to mine. And Candy was like, I beg your pardon. I was free that night. Don't tell. And see, don't do that. Don't check my calendar off for me. Okay? If you want me there, you'll invite me. If you don't, you won't. And that's all it is. You didn't want her there. Just so you can say, well, you ain't been coming to anything else, so. Because you still feel a way about that. About her not showing up to any of the other, events like that. So, she ain't going to come no way. You don't know what I'm going to do. Give me the option to decline. Thank you very much. Don't just say for me, oh, well, I didn't think he was going to come. And see, now I'm not never coming. Now what? Now I don't never want you to, don't ever send an invitation my way ever again. Anyway, we changed the subject again. No, Cynthia changes the subject. Cynthia says she heard the group is split, so who's on whose side? I said, okay, Cynthia. Cynthia say, as a friend of the show, I could come in and do this. I can come in and stir it a little. And I ain't mad at you, girl. I'm not mad at you. But anyway, Candy explains what Mayetta witnessed, you know, when they were on the trip. She witnessed a collusion. Mayetta explains further, you know, and then she gonna say, oh yeah, and she called her cousin a bitch. She didn't tell us that last time, but she gonna add that little bit now that she referred to her as this bitch. I'm just like, I don't know why Mayetta threw that out there, but I mean, that's the housewife. You know, that's housewife 101. You know, you hold on to a tidbit of information to throw it back out there in front of the group so that you put that person in the hot seat. That's essentially what that does. And so, you know, Mayetta's showing up for work, and we can't be mad at that. But she's adamant that she casually referred to Drew as the bitch. Production plays us some footage. She absolutely said it. Marlo tried to downplay it. Marlo like, well, I mean, I say this bitch this, bitch that all the time. I ain't saying it like you bitch. You know, it's just like, it's that bitch. You know, casually. But that's not how Mayetta took it. Courtney says that she definitely didn't say that. So either you don't remember or you're lying. Because you did say it. And then, you know, they're leaving. She gonna say, I don't even use that word. And Mayetta again is, you know, adamant that she did. That lady, not even 2 seconds after saying she don't use the word, says, bitch, I didn't. So you do use the word bitch. Anyway, Sonya, everybody's outside. She take a quick break because here we go again. Again, this is well thought out, well prepared. She had it planned out. Now the front of her shirt says I'm pregnant. She opens it. She gets in the front of the picture, you know, so nobody sees it. She opens the shirt, says I'm pregnant. She's like, okay, now ladies, I want you to check your phones. Tell me if you like the picture. Zoom in, really look at it. And it's taking them a while too. They like, oh, what? Oh, look at me. Oh, because everybody's looking for themselves, not you, lady. If anything, you zoom in on the picture and send that screenshot to everybody because you just flat out want to tell them you're pregnant. Drew is like, she always with the theatrics, always with the social media moments. It's girl, just tell us. Everybody's happy for her though. Mayetta crying. I'm like, okay, child. But anyway, it's a celebratory moment. You know, we're happy for Sonya. Drew, she has her therapist over for a session. She shares that since date night, things have gone downhill with her and Ralph. He's moved out of the bedroom. They don't really be staying, communicating, not speaking, all that, etc., etc. When her therapist drops by, he asks how things are going with Ralph. You know, she tells him about date night going left. But Drew ain't the one now. She woke. She ain't the one to be gaslit. She's setting her boundaries. She's doing the work. Meanwhile, Ralph is not. He's not. And it's hard, you know, living with a narcissist. I know it is. Because that's essentially what she over there doing, butting heads with the narcissist in the house. Because she's aware of all his bullshit. Where he's been clouding her mind all this time. Yeah, not anymore. Her therapist asks where this leaves the marriage. And, you know, she's just like, I don't know, but it's a disconnect. There's a disconnect right now. She feels like he doesn't care. Doesn't care how he feels. He don't care about her. And I don't think he does either. I don't think he likes her. I don't think he cares for her. You know, like as a person, as a woman, I think he got a little bit of it's a little contentment there. But she hopes that things will turn around. She's really hopeful. But if he's unwilling to do the work, what can she do? She's also worried about the state of her marriage. As we can see, it didn't end well, you know, because they raced each other to the divorce court. So, oh, Drew. Anyway, that's it. That's really it. You know, her therapist tells her to take care of herself and make sure that, you know, she continues to do the self work. Whether he's with her for the long haul, or whether he's with her with, you know, therapy and all of that or not, you continue to do the self work. And so I think she's gonna listen. Until next time, guys, that's where we end. Yeah, I'm kind of ready for this season to be over. Like, how many more episodes? How many more episodes do we have? Because I mean, this reunion has been filmed. We done got these reunion looks. So, how many more episodes? Because I'm tired. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.